525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year?
Welcome to the 2020 Santa Fe Prep Upper School Award celebration. What is essential? This is a question that each of us has likely grappled with in new, varied, and often intense ways over the past few months. Maslow's hierarchy of needs provides one helpful model, reminding us that our immediate physiological and safety needs must always be met first, and that higher categories that may be invisible to the eye are also deeply felt: connection, community, belonging. An awards assembly might not seem necessary at this time, but especially in a crisis, our rituals can lift us, strengthen us, bring us together, help us extend our definition of what is important to include gratitude, exploration, the search for knowledge, meaning, mastery, and beauty. By joining this remote celebration today, you are choosing to be a co-creator of our connected school community. You're choosing to appreciate and cheer for others as they are recognized for their contributions. Thank you. A few weeks ago, I sent the following Zen saying to our students and faculty: before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Today, you'll hear about the many ways our awardees have embodied this ideal, approaching learning with iterative dedication and resilience, as well as integrity, creativity, and curiosity. Although 29 of our students are receiving an award today, all 212 of our upper schoolers deserve praise for their hard work and good humor. Students, I hope you will each reflect on the ways you have grown during this school year. When did you rethink a deeply held position? What new skill are you most proud of learning? What did you read that surprised you? Which goals have you not yet reached? Whose load did you make lighter with your kindness? And to whom did you express gratitude for helping you? And now to our awards, presented by a number of our inspiring and beloved faculty members, many of whom are making their movie debuts today. First up, our upper school deans, Mark Bixby and Liz Friery, to present the Spirit of Santa Fe Prep Award.
Endowed by a gift from the Conway family in 2008, the Spirit of Santa Fe Prep Award recognizes a student who displays intellectual curiosity, community spirit, enthusiasm for the life of the school, and leadership. Chosen by the faculty, this student's presence and actions exemplify the character of citizenship and the uniqueness of our school culture. The award includes a $1,000 scholarship to prep or the student's graduating university for the next academic year.
The recipient of this year's award checks all the boxes for demonstrating truly exceptional work within the confines of the prep community. She is an outstanding student, a varsity athlete and team captain, and a huge contributor in the performing arts. But she most captures the spirit of Santa Fe Prep by focusing so much of her passion and effort beyond our campus. She has used class assignments and service opportunities to cultivate connections with and broaden her understanding of the local, state, and global web we all so precariously inhabit. She understands that a successful, healthy world is more than just one person, and certainly cannot be sustainable if we progress through our lives thinking and acting in isolated ways. Her activism and energy for climate justice continue unabated even after 2 rounds of being stonewalled in the state legislature around her plans for sustainable energy practices. This student's resilience in the face of short-term losses has been readily on display during this pandemic. While she would never have imagined her senior year to end in the digitally remote realm, she has marshaled her positive energy and initiative to lead the senior class through uncharted waters with selflessness, thoughtful perseverance, and commitment to the greater good. This young woman personifies spiritedness in its many manifestations, and we are thrilled to present this award to Tabby Hirsch.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Senior Language Award goes each year to one senior who has demonstrated excellence in his or her foreign language career at Prep. This year's recipient has worked diligently and consistently to improve every aspect of her fluency in Spanish over the course of 5 years. In class, she does an exemplary job speaking, identifying themes in literature, writing thoughtful analyses, and contributing beautifully to classroom discussions. Not only does she thread new vocabulary and nuanced grammar into her communication, but she's also shown a genuine passion for Spanish and Latin American history and politics, something which can be seen in her research on the Zapatistas and Franco's dictatorship. This student also braved Santa Fe Prep's immersion trip to Guatemala. This trip took place hours after a volcanic eruption in Guatemala and required true perseverance, patience, an open mind, cooperation, and compassion on many levels. On behalf of the language department, it is my absolute pleasure to announce that this year's award winner is Campbell Leonard. Congratulations, Kata.
The STEM Award recognizes one student each year who has demonstrated academic excellence and significant passion in mathematics and the sciences throughout their time in the upper school at Prep. This year's recipient has maximized the opportunity to learn while also maximizing his positive impact on our community. In the sciences, his teachers share that he produced work worthy of college-level science and that his climate model was one of the most extraordinary feats of curiosity and application. In math, he was both quick and accurate, finishing homework and tests in record time. This led to the creation of numerous surveys, diagrams, and games. He created Space Civilizations 4, which is played by students at Prep and beyond. While the recipient's academic performance consistently exceeded expectations, he has also created a safe community where nerdiness is not only accepted, but nurtured. He spent countless hours helping others understand concepts, and he has been a dedicated member of the chess club, nurturing younger students and teaching them his fantasy games. His boundless curiosity and thirst for knowledge knows no bounds. Thank you, Ryan, for the gifts that you have shared with us during your time at Prep. Yours has been a beautiful and rewarding journey.
The Ginocchio Award is presented yearly to a student who has shown the passion, creativity, and accomplishment in the visual arts that we associate with Miss Jean. In her nearly 30 years of teaching ceramics and art history at SFP, Anita Ginocchio opened the world of art to countless students. Laura Scandrett writes, this year the Ginocchio Prize is being awarded to 2 students as they equally deserve recognition for their dedication, growth, and outstanding achievements. The first student is someone who arrived in the classroom the first day of 9th grade with tremendous enthusiasm and eagerness to learn. Through steady commitment, immense productivity, and sheer natural ability, he has become an accomplished ceramic artist. He continually builds his knowledge of every step of the process, and he has created a distinctly recognizable and impressive body of work. Every single day, he is helpful and appreciative in the studio, making him a leader amongst his peers. His passion for ceramics is matched by his sincere desire to help others. The other student first came to the ceramic studio on the first day of TAP in 9th grade reluctantly. He was overheard saying, "I don't know why I'm here. I didn't request it." He quickly developed a passion for the physical and intellectual challenges of working on the wheel and has never looked back. He is a fast learner. He creates sophisticated forms, pushes himself to learn new skills and experiments with unconventional techniques, casually inventing new tools along the way. He leads by example and has become a role model and inspiration to others. Laura reiterates, "It has been an honor to teach these two exceptional young men. And it is my honor to announce the Ginocchio Award goes to Liam Badger and Xander Nosko. Congratulations."
Motion, movement, architects, blueprint, showing, proving, teachers, students, reaching for truth in the South Revolution. The roof is on fire. What's your solution? Motion, movement, architects, blueprint, showing, proving, teachers, students, reaching for truth in the South Revolution. The roof is on fire. What's your solution?
The Meem Award was established to honor the memory of John Gaw and Faith Bemis Meem, architects, community activists, and benefactors of the school. The award recognizes a junior for excellence in both academics and the arts. It consists of a $500 scholarship to prep for the next academic year. Mr. Bradford, would you like to tell us more about this recipient?
Thanks, Alex. From all of his work in the performing arts and the visual arts to his unforgettable performances on stage, such as Teddy Roosevelt, Lyle, How You Doing, Bill from Mamma Mia, and Usnavi, man, you knocked that one out of the park, to acceptance to All-State Choir 4 years in a row, your dedication to the arts and academics has been beyond the norm and so precious to our community. The best news is that you're only a junior and we get you for one more year. As the character so brilliantly said in the Heights, in the finale, "I found my island. I've been on it this whole time. I'm home." Union, you have found your island. You've been here the whole time. This is your home. Thank you. Congratulations from all of us in the visual arts and in the performing arts. You deserve it.
The Robert W. Kurth Award is given to the senior who has demonstrated excellence in the humanities and who approaches life with a sense of wonder, seeking out an understanding of life's questions. Our awardee is the type of scholar who has followed these questions throughout her time at Prep, reaching out to teachers past and present, and fusing her work with depth and creativity. I have chosen one paradigmatic example of the way that our honoree has connected the dots and connected with others here at Prep. While seeking a topic for her narrative nonfiction research junior year, this student reached out to Lisa Nordstrom, her 7th grade New Mexico history teacher, to learn more about the story of La Llorona. As Lisa notes, "Thrilled, I met with her in the cozy chairs in the library to hand off my handwritten note cards from college days. We talked a few times while she wrote, exchanging ideas as co-equal scholars." As Mark Bixby noted, the resulting project La Llorona, Femme Fatale, or Protector of Humanity, was one of the strongest in the class and only one of several exemplary humanities projects that she has produced here at Prep. On behalf of my colleagues in the history and English departments, I wish you many opportunities both to lose yourself in glorious libraries, such as this, and to engage deeply and meaningfully with other scholars and fellow humans as you write your own pages in life's book. The Robert W. Kurth Award for 2020 goes to Emma Rose Lawrence.
The Dougharty Award is given annually to a deserving prep graduating senior who has contributed significantly to the school community and is venturing to a private, out-of-state college. It is given in memory of Margaret and Bernard Dougharty, parents of Houston Dougharty, class of '79, who sacrificed greatly to make prep and a private college education possible for their son. The award comes with a $500 check to help a prep senior more easily afford the cost of travel and college textbooks in that first year of college. Since the monetary aspect of the award is to help with the cost of textbooks, I decided to present it in our beautiful library, a space that misses you all greatly and looks forward to welcoming you back. This year's recipient of the Dougharty Award has enchanted us with her singing and songwriting, engaged us with her community activism and outreach, particularly with the Convergence Project, and shared freely her passion both for ideas in our classrooms and graceful movement on the stage of NDI performances. Her name is going to go right here on the Dougharty plaque. Please join me in congratulating Peyton Ellis.
Blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see.
I'm Eric Rounds, and I serve as Director of TAP in the Outdoor Program here at Prep. We have really missed the normal hustle and bustle of Thursday afternoon TAP since spring break. However, it's been incredibly inspiring to see all the ways that Santa Fe Prep has stepped up to offer help to the Santa Fe community. Here's a few examples. Numerous folks sewing masks to distribute all over the state, delivering groceries and other supplies, making soap to distribute overseas to aid in hygiene, delivering hundreds of burritos and baked goods to emergency workers, students and adults reading children's stories on YouTube, and my personal favorite, painting small rocks with positive messages and placing them around the neighborhood. And finally, the incredibly generous outpouring of donations to both the Prep Annual Fund and our TAP partners, the Food Depot, the Interfaith Shelter, and Communities and Schools. All of these and more warmed my quarantined heart. On to the TAP recognition. His TAP faculty leader says of him, "This year's TAP Award recipient has been a member of the Animal Shelter TAP for 3 years. He has racked up close to 100 hours of service to the shelter. And as student leader this year, he has mentored new members in dog walking and collaborated with his TAP faculty leaders to make decisions on how to optimize the group's impact and how to organize the group each week. He is always responsive and always brings an upbeat, positive attitude to the group that holds everybody to a high standard at the shelter. He has an affinity for walking the big troublesome dogs. Just don't ask him to pet a cat." The 2020 TAP Award goes to John Allison. Thank you for your steady, inclusive leadership, John. Congratulations.
The Williams College Book Award recognizes overall academic excellence and leadership in and outside of the classroom. It's awarded to a junior who has demonstrated intellectual leadership and who has made a significant contribution to the extracurricular life of the school. I'm sitting here in this award recipient's claimed office space right outside my own. Everyone at Prep knows this student for his work on the stage. You may also know that he's been on student council for 3 years. Maybe you've seen, like his history teacher Mark Bixby has, that the student's attention and energy in class never seem to waver. But you might not know that his creative writing teacher Sarah Stark calls him a serious, soulful, and talented writer with thoughtful and honest observations, who's always game for a new assignment. His science teacher, Jocelyn Comstock, says, "The Doctor is In is such a good title for his office space. He truly works to help others in my class, and I have no doubt elsewhere too." In math class, the student turned in his best test of the year 2 days before opening night of the musical, proving yet again the adage, if you want something done, ask a busy person. Although his plate is often full, he takes care to make sure that he is committed to what he can handle and what will fill him up. In each area of his prep life, the student has brought engagement and earnestness, authentic curiosity, and a deep sense of patience, respect, and fun. A few weeks ago, I commented to him that he seemed to be handling our transition to online learning with remarkable grace. But I shouldn't have been surprised he was thriving. That's what he does. Congratulations to this year's recipient of the Williams College Book Award, Urian Vasquez.
I am here to present the University of Chicago Book Award to the first of 2 students who are receiving it this year. This award recognizes genuine academic engagement across disciplines. Candidates should be students in their junior year who are among the strongest in their class. Their transcripts should reflect both the most challenging coursework offered by the high school and an interest in a wide variety of subject areas. They should demonstrate intellectual engagement in and out of the classroom and be known for asking challenging questions and drawing connections across academic disciplines. These are students whom the faculty would label scholars with a lively mind. Finally, candidates should be visible members of the student body as a result of their contributions and commitment to their high school community or the greater community. The qualifications for this award could not more aptly describe this particular student. He shines academically, gives 100% athletically, and continually pushes himself artistically. His Latin teacher, Carla Weston, writes, "I remember last year that this student said he truly liked the experience of writing his end-of-term paper. He had something to say. He knew he had something to say, and he wanted to get it down on paper. That paper, by the way, was a jewel. So beautifully crafted, such interesting arguments." She goes on to say, he has a particularly challenging course load with 3 AP honors courses. Thus, it has been most heartening that he still comes to class with the same cheerful and eager attitude as ever. I too have witnessed that while striving to attain his goals, he genuinely enjoys the process along the way. Whether researching a subject independently, solving a complex equation, choosing a specific word, or testing a new glaze combination, he takes his time, relishing new discoveries. As his teacher, I can say that he retains every bit of information and builds upon it. As his advisor, I can say that the grasshopper has become the sensei. He has grown into a mature, conscientious, and creative scholar, and it is my privilege to present this award to Xander Nasco.
The other winner of the University of Chicago Book Award has demonstrated intellectual engagement in every facet of her life. From her academic pursuits, her work with Empty Bowls Tap, and her passion for everything she does at Wise Fool. Her ceramics and tap teacher, Laura Scandrett, spoke of her intelligence, dedication, and immense creativity in ceramics. In her tap, she always brought her compassion, responsibility, and a calming strength. Her Latin teacher, Carla Weston, speaks to her heart and love of intellectual engagement, saying she is a scholar by nature and by choice, and that she chooses to harness her talents to the maximum and find meaning and beauty and truth in the world around her. Congratulations, Reveille Rothschild. You are a gem.
The George Washington University Book Award recognizes a junior who has demonstrated significant achievement in civic engagement, service, and independent and creative thought. This year's award recipient has shown maturity, participation, and preparedness in all of her classes this year. She is described as a positive and gentle force in and outside the classroom. Sam Ritter says that her work in U.S. history has been insightful and sprawling, and notes that she works to understand what it means to be an emplaced and contextualized human being. Matt Mullen says that the quality of her photography work over the past 2 years elevated the entire class and demonstrated what is possible in our darkroom. Doug Arnwine praises the students' genuine enthusiasm and believes that the students' involvement in class discussions has been vital for the success of the class. During the students' independent tap, she worked hard to overcome the challenges of working at St. Vincent's and brought attention to the Volunteer program. Ayanna Pendleton said, "I am confident that her work with patients is valuable beyond measure." This student was an integral member of the planning group for the student-led, school-wide celebration of the Indigenous Peoples Month. In our advisory, she takes the time to encourage and make space for younger students. This year's GW Book Award deservedly goes to Emma Sosi.
The Cum Laude Society is a national academics honor society founded in 1906 to promote learning and scholarship in secondary schools. Cum laude is the Latin for with praise. The Santa Fe Preparatory School chapter was founded in 1979 and is one of only 2 in the state of New Mexico. Each year, the top students of the junior and senior classes are inducted into this society. I would first like to recognize last year's cum laude members. Previously inducted members are Apollo Albright, Tabitha Hirsch, Emma Lawrence, Ryan LaRusso, and Susanna Murray. This year's senior inductees are Abigail Francis, Tucker Hastings, Hannah Kulpe, Sophia Kulpe, and Angelina Miller. This year's junior inductees are Anders Hastings, Alexander Nasco, Reveille Rothschild, Anna Swanson, and Liam Zone. Through your distinguished record at Santa Fe Prep, in terms of both the excellence and rigor of your coursework, you have earned membership into the Cum Laude Society. This society is a fellowship of scholars whose purpose is to recognize excellence in academic work. As you pursue your education, it is our hope that you will seek to make a contribution to the ongoing search for greater understanding of the world we live in. In testimony of your admission to the Cum Laude Society, by the authority of the society duly granted, I now induct you into the Cum Laude Society. Students, congratulations.
Hello, I'm Todd Kurth, Athletic Director at Santa Fe Prep. I would like to present the Charles R. Chirieleison Sportsmanship Award, which includes a $500 prize towards next year's tuition and this young lady's name will be on the perpetual plaque that hangs outside the gym. We recognize an individual who has been a great role model on a volleyball court, a swimming pool, and the lacrosse field. Both her teammates and coaches, as well as the occasional spectator, have noticed how much she cares for and supports her team as well as everyone around her. When she had a concussion, sure, she missed playing, but what she missed most was not being able to support her team. Even out of uniform, this young lady embodies the true spirit of giving with her involvement in the philanthropic endeavor 100 Kids Who Care. Congratulations to Coco Randolph. Yay, go Blue Griffins! Coach K back again to present the Senior Scholar Athlete Awards. The Santa Fe Prep Athletic Booster Board goes out of its way to recognize graduating seniors that have thrived both in the academic and athletic fields by maintaining a 3.0 GPA or higher and participating in at least 2 sports each of their junior and senior years. The Santa Fe Prep Boosters provide them with a very nice framed award, which we'll find some way to get to later. This year's recipients include Cody Babcock, cross country, swimming, and tennis. Congratulations, Cody. Hayden Colfax, soccer, cross country, swimming, basketball, and track. Congratulations, Hayden. Isaiah Hughes, soccer, tennis, and track. Congratulations. Oh, man. Oliver Lehman, soccer and tennis. Congratulations. Amory Malin, volleyball, basketball, and lacrosse. Alexander Major, soccer, track, and tennis. Congratulations. I don't know how these students juggle all these sports. Susanna Murray, swimming, basketball, and lacrosse. Griffin Rutherford, cross country and track. Congratulations. Hallie Weichel, cross country and tennis. Congratulations to you all.
The Elrington Award honors the memory of Brigadier General Mordaunt Elrington, whose honesty, determination, generosity, and leadership were legendary during his distinguished military career and in his long tenure at Santa Fe Prep. The general taught history and Latin, was assistant head and head of the middle school. This scholarship award is presented to a graduating senior who exemplifies those traits we associate with the general. The recipient is chosen by the full faculty and staff. As the student leader of the Danny Mass Run in 10th and 11th grades, this student showed dedication and problem solving that Chris Chaker said was a notch above any student he's worked with in 12 years overseeing the program. One year on the day of the run, middle school students and faculty arrived at the site to find that there was no potable water. Not to worry, said this student in a text to faculty. She had arrived early, seen the problem, gone to a nearby property, filled the water jugs, and would be back to the grounds in 5 minutes. problem solved. On the lacrosse field, the student also remained calm under pressure. During and before her captainship, she led with generosity, always looking for teammates who might be in a better position and epitomizing the teamwork that is at the heart of the game. The student's leadership in the climate strike this fall made a big impression, from her speech at the Roundhouse to her beautiful poster with the details of the event. Through 4 years of student council meetings, I have appreciated this student's enthusiasm for all things Santa Fe Prep, and also her diplomatic way of telling her classmates, and sometimes me, when an idea was half-baked. She advocates for classmates by listening and observing carefully. The Senior TAP Council, of which she was a member this year, made several adjustments in their process because of her suggestions. Matt Ibarra said that these changes will give student leaders more responsibility, agency, and visibility in the prep community. In class, she is particularly exceptional when articulating discussion questions. Liz Fryery notes, in this area, she is the strongest in the senior class. She is also doggedly persistent and takes feedback well. Asked in December to flesh out an independent study proposal for an interdisciplinary 2D studio class, she came back with one of the most thoughtful proposals I have seen in my time at Prep, including a plan to help showcase other students' work. One teacher noted that the student's unassuming leadership has modeled healthy and positive behavior for others, both in and out of the classroom. Another faculty member notes that the student has chosen to do things because they are consequential, not forced. Truly, the student knows herself and has carved her own path. On that path, she makes sure that there is plenty of room for everyone's growth and adventure and everyone's joy. On behalf of the faculty and staff, thank you, Campbell Leonard. Author Annie Dillard memorably said, "How we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives." Campbell, you have spent your days at Santa Fe Prep with a tremendous spirit of optimism and positivity. We have been enormously lucky to have you in our community, and we wish you the very best in your next adventure.
Hello, we are here to introduce you Santa Fe Prep's 2020 yearbook. We don't actually have a copy yet ourselves, but here we are. As your editors, we've worked hard to put this yearbook together, but we haven't done it alone. A special thanks goes to our yearbook staff, Jim Leonard, Susie Matthews, Chris Chakers, Melissa Freechek, Nick Worth, Alex Pena, John Utzi, and all of the Prep faculty and staff. We'd also like to thank all the folks over at Balfour, especially Jessica Young-Peter and our fantastic rep, Corey Mundweiler. We'd also like to announce next year's editors, Zeke Stein and Merritt Shaw.
The 2019-20 school year was undeniably a year of change. It began with a goodbye to a lot of the faculty we knew and a welcome to new faces. It was also, of course, Mr. Leonard's last year as head of school. In keeping with all this, we wanted the theme of our yearbook to encapsulate all this coming change while staying true to who we are and where we've been. Our final decision? No theme. Instead, a style guide. This yearbook and its design and color scheme is all Prep. This is Mr. Leonard's book, a tribute and a gift from the school he loves and that loves him back. So, without further ado, we'd like to hand it off to Alex to read the dedication he wrote for Mr. Leonard.
I was just looking at the remarkable work that the yearbook staff has completed, especially under the two editors, Susanna and Tucker. They have been an incredible duo and the best editors I've had the opportunity to work with. As part of the dedication story, they asked me to write the story about Mr. Leonard. And so I'd like to read that to you. To the man with the plan. With the finish line so close in sight, Jim Leonard's final quarter as head of school was riddled with uncertainties and hurdles. His last months as head were undoubtedly the most fraught of his tenure. Instead of a jaunty and celebratory victory lap, the COVID-19 pandemic required Mr. Leonard to keep an entire school safe yet continue to provide students with the quality education that is Prep's hallmark. Without a stumble, he calmly led quarantine administrators, teachers, and students to embrace a virtual school. Jim's wise handling of an unprecedented crisis will become a remarkable chronicle in Prep's archives. However, his 21 years as head of school will be defined by much more than his last few months. His successes as a head, educator, and colleague are defined by generosity, kindness, authenticity, humor, wit, and decisiveness. Colleagues recount an impressive resume of accomplishments, more than can be listed. He expanded tuition assistance, creating opportunities for a wide range of students to attend Prep and making it a school that looks more like the city Prep serves. Mr. Leonard welcomed and supported the highly successful Breakthrough and the Davis Scholars programs. He initiated the popular EE4 Colloquium summer seminars. Even in the midst of severe economic turmoil, he is leaving Prep with a tremendous and durable endowment and the financial standing to ensure we stay the premier independent educational institution in northern New Mexico. Today's campus is largely due to the construction projects completed under Mr. Leonard's leadership. Many of the buildings, classrooms, and offices, such as the Commons, dining hall, renovated quads and classrooms, and updates to the Meem are examples of his vision. Our library, the first ground-up LEED certified building in New Mexico, will continue to be a beautiful reminder of his achievements. And lest we forget, we have the two greenest soccer fields in Santa Fe. The extent of Jim's indelible contributions to Santa Fe Prep are gargantuan. It is impossible to share them in their entirety. Likewise, the immense feelings of gratitude from all of Prep's constituents cannot be adequately expressed. It is only appropriate that volume 53 of the yearbook be dedicated solely to Mr. Jim Leonard. Thank you so much, Jim.
I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hello again. I am in the Galisteo Basin Preserve, which has been a haven for me and many others in our community these past few months. During the surprise spring snow and the predictable spring wind, through the early morning frost and the afternoon heat, this preserve provides, among other things, a quiet, exposed place for the essential practice of gratitude. One day I hiked while listening to Brahms's exquisite Requiem, which has a spot about 5 minutes into the second movement that is a gorgeous, reassuring, musical hug. So seid nun geduldig. So have patience now. Thank you to all, teachers, parents, classmates, friends, relatives, who have guided our students with unbounded patience, care, compassion, and encouragement throughout the years, and particularly during this time where we most need those qualities in the people around us. Thank you to our award recipients for their contributions to our community. Thank you to all who watched and cheered and relished in the accomplishments of others during this assembly. And thank you to each Santa Fe Prep student for showing up every day as best you can, for believing that learning is essential, for completing essays and math problems and digging into projects, even when it is hard to do so, You are all essential to our community. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you continue to be able to chop wood and carry water until we meet again.
Well, the first days are the hardest days, don't you worry anymore. 'Cause when life looks like easy street, there is danger at your door. Now think this through with me. Let me know your mind. Oh, what I want to know is, are you kind? Now it's a buck dancer's choice, my friend. Better take my advice. You know all the rules by now and the fire from the ice. Now will you come with me? Won't you come with me? Oh, I want to know, will you come with me? Sister, will I declare, have you seen the like? Their walls are built of cannonballs. Their motto is don't tread on me. Come here, Uncle John's band, play into the tide. Come with me or go alone. Please come and take his children home. It's the same story the crow told me. It's the only one he knows. Like the morning sun you come, and like the wind you go. Ain't no time to hate, barely time to wait. Oh, I want to know, where does the time go? I live in a silver mine and I call it Beggar's Tomb. I got me a violin and I beg you call the tune. Anybody's choice, I can hear your voice. Oh, I want to know, how does the song go? Come here, Uncle John's band by the riverside. Got some things to talk about here beside the rising tide. Come here, Uncle John's band, play into the tide. Come on, please come to take his children home. Oh, I want to know, how does the song go? Come here, Uncle John's band by the riverside. Got some things to talk about here beside the rising tide. Come here, Uncle John's band, play into the tide. Come on along, go alone. He's come to take his children home.